Welcome to E360 TV, the live streaming and on-demand destination for influential voices and enlightened audiences. We offer trending, grassroots, and purpose-driven content across a diverse range of interests. E360 TV is more than just watching programs. We offer the ability to interact with live shows connecting audiences to real, authentic influencers and storytellers while streaming to millions of devices. Real experiences. Raw conversations. One destination for it all. E360 TV.
5 years ago, the Power of We Symposium was created. 5 years ago, the Power of We Symposium was created to provide a platform for kids from all sectors where they could have a safe and comfortable environment in which to share both their joys and concerns. The Power of We Symposium is proud to have served over 250 kids throughout Romania when we took our mission global back in May of 2023. Now, 2 teams of amazing volunteers from both the U.S. and Romania embarked on an 8-day Legacy of Hope tour, bringing encouragement and hope to not only the kids of Romania, but also the adults who support them, and also to over 100 kids here in the U.S. who contributed handwritten letters of hope to our Romania mission of 2023. Now, this year, we are proud to provide this opportunity yet again in October, and we are super excited to up our game. New venue, 750 kids this time, and we want to see you there. We're looking forward to meeting you in person at this year's event, which promises, as always, incredible speakers, amazing content, and of course, some of the greatest kids on the planet. So, mark your calendars for October 24th, and we'll see you here in Chicagoland for the Power of We Symposium 2024. This year's theme is Always Together, Never Alone. Tickets are available now on Eventbrite or at powerofwesymposium.com. Well, I guess I can at least ring the bell. Lord, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know about this. Your soul,
baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul, honey. It's way past time. How expensive do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul.
Remember when your mom
honey,
made
I'll
that?
I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today. I feel like there's no air in the room.
Oh, I'm standing right here holding up a sign, shamelessly displaying my state of mind.
Wait a minute.
But you walk right past me, pretending like you don't see
Welcome to today's
what's
Solid
yours for the
Revel. I'm gonna make
taking
it work.
tonight.
I'm Dr. Lauren, and here we are. It is Wednesday, the 21st day. A lot of twos in today's date. 2/21/2024. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 twos. I love 2. Are you inspired? Are you inspiring? Are you the type of person who is open to being inspired? Inspired in spirit. That's what it means to me when we're within spirit. And today's guest, oh, what is that? You ask? The bell of purpose. I'm going to ring it every time some truth is out there running around the yard, so you don't miss it. It's not a prop. It's not a gimmick. It's a reminder. It's an opportunity. So, because just like that bell has ring, so does the truth. That's why we have it. The bell of purpose. And also welcome to the show, my sidekick, Miss Lucy McGillicuddy Ricardo. I see you drinking back there, Tradon. That better be some buttermilk. Just saying. Some green tea or something. Anyway, Tradon Inspires is in the house today. He's been here before. Met him a few years back at Becoming the Best You event down, I think it was St. Louis. I think we were in St. Louis. Yeah. The Terrence Leftridge and Brenda Ringwood, the event there. So a lot of great people. Met him there, and he's been moving right along ever since then. And today he's back to bring us up to date on what's going on in his life. So my countdown clock's probably not going to work either. But let me just see. We'll see. If not, they'll just bring him in. Crickets. Well. Wait a minute. I want to play the opener. Hold on, I'm praying. Okay, I'm good. How are you, Tradon?
I'm feeling amazing and alive.
Oh, you done added a new name. What is that? Tradon Inspires. I can't even. Neo Mystic.
Yes.
You made that up. Wait. You probably can't even hear me. My mic was way over there. What did you make that up? What is Neo Mystic? Oh, school me.
First we got to break down the root of it. Mysticism or mist means what is hidden. Mysticism is the study of going into oneself and finding out the divinity within. A neo means new. And neo has to do with the neocortex. So neo mystic is an individual that goes inward and adds the cognitive function of the neocortex to their mystical experiences, therefore making it more integrated.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that? I just like wait, okay. So how come so this is new. You've added this moniker since I last saw you. So that means some things have happened. Have you developed some additional divine gifts since last time? Have you found more of your highest self since last time? And what's this head rag thing? This thing, I know there's a name for it. I ain't trying to be disrespectful. What do you call that? I know that's got to mean something too. Go ahead, take us on down that road. School me again.
So since last time, which I believe was I'm pretty sure it was last year.
Mm-hmm.
I have been going through a process of tutelage under different teachers and learning different things about myself, how the world works, and just things within me. And I've was aware of some of the gifts I had, which we talked about, which is poetry and inspirational speaking and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm.
Other ones that I've realized that I now have an ability for, as we talked about too, is artistic, being able to paint pictures in people's minds, creating things with AI, but also a talent for music and instruments that I did not know that I had a talent for, as well as taking people through their shadow work, as well as taking like these abstract concepts.
I know it's him this time. It ain't me. I got a new dedicated line. So that's Tradon's internet. So y'all can most likely somebody calling me. I don't want that. So I can watch the show. Hold on, because I want to see if I should still be moving. Wait a minute. Am I? I can't even see it. Hold on, y'all. Tradon, where are you? Let me take him out. I'll see when he comes. He's frozen down there. Now, let me wait a minute. Okay, he's back. Let me see something real quick. Hold on, y'all. I think we're good. Why can't I hold on, y'all? This is new stuff, so I'm trying to get it right. Just bear with me. This live TV, y'all. At least I hope it is. Tradon, can you hear me? Okay, it says live on Facebook. Where is it? Oh, okay, I still am here. It is him. Okay. I was going to call Comcast. Okay, he's back. Let me see. Okay. I brought you back. So okay, I used to freeze a lot, but I
Okay.
have turn your phone, please. And so you fill up the whole screen. And this way. Flip it.
Okay.
Um and so I had the cable people came and put in I got my own line now. I'm not sharing with anybody in the house. So I don't freeze anymore. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Um so you can't turn the phone. Where's your laptop?
My laptop it's shut off on me
Just
out of
now?
nowhere. It reminds me of last time when you was on your phone, just no shut off. It stopped working.
Oh,
I
you
guess
probably was it your
shoot, I'm
battery?
I don't know. Sometimes when I'm doing like live streams on my laptop, it'll just like shut down for some reason.
Huh. So now you're on the phone, but you can't do landscape?
No, I can't do landscape that I
What you got, a cricket phone?
know. Now this is a Motorola.
I'm just kidding. Okay, well, we'll have to make it work. Dog, let me see what you look like in the circles. Oh, there. I'll just do this. Ooh, you got a big head. Okay, that's that head thing. I get it. Tell me about that. I've seen it before, but come on. Why are you wearing it? What's it represent? Because I don't think it's just decoration.
For me, I've always, ever since I was a child, because that's last year as I was going through different discoveries, I always had a hood on my head. Like whenever something would happen, or I would be in a deep state of thinking, I would find something to be on my head every time. Like it'll be like a shirt, or it'll be my blanket, or a hood, or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
so I asked myself, like, what is that? And I felt that I had a preference towards coverings
Mm-hmm.
as a way to center myself. And so I was like, okay, let me try to buy a Middle Eastern head wrap and see how does it feel on my head.
Mm.
And so ever since, I've been wearing one.
Okay, wait. So, has a Middle Eastern person walked up to you and been like, "Where you from?" Do you know what I mean? Like they
Um, well, there are
you
people.
wearing you wearing their garb.
Yeah, and I am part Middle Eastern too. So
You are?
yeah,
Oh, so you can get away with it. Okay. Because I was gonna ask, because some things, you gotta respect them. You just can't go throwing on everybody's stuff. But you actually okay. So it's a real thing for you.
yeah.
So okay, let's go back to Neo Mystic. First time I ever heard that. Okay, now let's just go because we both of color, right? And when you like if you at Thanksgiving and stuff where all your relatives and stuff, and you say Neo Mystic, they're gonna be like, think of Grandmama Clump and them. Neo who? What you done gone and called yourself now, boy? He used to be Tradon Inspires, one of them said. Then the other said, now he a Neo Mystic. And you be like, Mystic. So you know where I'm going with this.
Right.
We come from a lot of us, people, all people, a lot of us come from religious backgrounds, or our families are still in there, and we grew into the spiritualism that we ascribe to today. Talk about that. When they see you, because I know you're with your grandmother, right?
Yes.
So how does she respond to these changes? Do you share these new developments, and as you evolve, do you share all this with her? And what does she have to say about it? Because she's probably old school, right?
Well, my grandma, she's very open to me as an individual, as long as I'm doing things that is beneficial for my development and who I am, then she's supportive of that.
Because she raised you a lot, didn't she? You lived with her a long time. I mean, off and
I
on over the years.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I've definitely been raised by my grandma as well as my.
So let's talk about what's happened since you were here last time. A lot. All these new gifts and things. Do you feel they were new, or were you just kind of ignoring them? Or did you know what I'm saying? I mean, talk to us about how you walk in rooms and go, "Oh, I wonder what's in that cedar chest over there." Then you go
Right.
open it, and there it is, something waiting for you. How did you get to these new developments, these new gifts, these uh blessed sacraments, whatever they are? How did you get there? Did something beckon you, or did you go snooping around?
I feel like it was a little bit of both. So ever since I was a child, and there was first I'll start here. A lot of who we are or who we develop ourselves to be is from the context of our backgrounds, beliefs, different people, upbringings, and sometimes even their beliefs. And so for me as a child, I had an inclination towards exploring things that weren't inherently visible for other people and being able to see things that other people denied themselves to see. But since I was in an environment that's in direct clashing with my inquisitive nature, it was something that was suppressed.
So you mean like clairvoyance? Like
I mean, definitely psychic abilities.
psychic
Well, more
ability?
so, but more so the inclination towards exploring the unknown in oneself. So
Mm,
kids look up at the sky, who's actually up there? And an adult has an answer. Well, God's up there.
yeah.
Well, if that answer, what would have happened to that child if the adult never gave them that answer? And they just said, "Why don't you figure it out for yourself?" Instead of giving them that answer or saying, "What's that over there?" Well, that's a tree. Instead of instead of labeling that a tree, go over there and talk to it and figure out what it is. I found that when I was a child, I did that naturally. But then the circumstance and the people around me started to put definitions on things, and I started to
Okay.
filter my experience within that. So now, as of last year, me going through different teachers that did not give me answers, but more so gave me a different frame of looking at the world, caused me to go and do what I did when I was a child, which was find my own answers and find myself and find new ways to define myself.
Mm,
So what this goes into,
okay.
uh, in the cosmic consciousness, we are in the age of Aquarius. Well, what age did we just come from? We came from the age of Pisces, which is the age of mysticism and spiritualism, of this collective understanding. And now we're going into, or we're in the age of Aquarius, which is this age of individualism, of defining oneself, of ideas. So
When
a
the
lot of
moon is in the seventh house and Jupiter aligns with Mars. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
so the age of
This is the
Aquarius,
dawning of the age of Aquarius. You thought I was going to forget the hook? Age of Aquarius. Go ahead.
yeah, in the age of Aquarius, it is about defining oneself. And so now people are in a space to where they are looking to individualize themselves. Just as Carl Jung, a philosopher, what's it called? A psychologist said, it's individualization. It's finding out who you are within your uniqueness and also respecting other people's uniqueness as well. And so for me, that has been the process that I've been going through. With me is figuring out me and respecting exactly what you present yourself to be.
You want to
And
know? You want to know one of the things saw and still see from the moment I laid eyes on you in St. Louis as one of your divine gifts is that you like levitate in this space of peace. It's like you just move. It just I can just see it. It's like a world around you, and it's peace. It's very peaceful. If you were Muslim, I learned about this when I was locked up. there were all kinds of Muslims, but those Sunni Muslims, they were just so peaceful. All they wanted to do was make things right and avoid conflict and chaos. Just very peaceful. And it was real. It was legitimate. The real ones, you know what I'm saying? You could just sense it on their spirit. And that's kind of what I feel about you. So let's talk about that for a second. What is it that you reach for, Tradon, when chaos is knocking on every door, peeking in every window to your space? Talking about, let me in. Open this door, I'm going to kick it down. Where do you go first to keep that at bay?
So one of the things that I actually do is I fully allow and embrace it to come in because I realize that is the essence of my transformation at
Mm,
the end of that chaos. So a lot of the times, and I'm born I was born through the gate of Scorpio,
okay.
and what you learn about the Scorpio gate of birth is that the essence of being within the Scorpio energy is the essence of always being in a phoenix like transformation. And that it is the
Perpetual growth.
symbolism of the waters, the deep waters that one goes through and rises up anew. And I've found that when I allow the intensity, the divinity to fully take me over, that I'm able to evolve into a new individual. And
Mm-hmm.
that gives me a calmness because I realize that every time I allow that to come through and I emerge on the other side, that nothing can destroy me. Not a single thing unless I allow it to. And
Were
that
you
gives me a sense of peace.
were you always calm, or did you slay a demon or a dragon of anger, or because a lot of people get there from the flip side of the coin, especially ones that never look back, you know what I mean? So did you always have command of this, or did you have to learn it the hard way?
I was a knucklehead when I was a kid. And what that basically meant is that I was the type of kid that people would call very much a fighter, like throwing toys,
Oh, you acted
screaming
out.
at adults, uh, and all different types of things. And I felt that I was so like far gone as far as being a good child that I could not, like, that was something that was in a sense outside of my realm. Not
Hmm.
because I was doing anything that was like this terrible thing, like selling drugs or going down the street and beating people up, but it was because the essence of the rebellion against the nature of reality that was around me. And I was told that that was a bad thing, and
Oh.
I fought for my childlike nature, when I was a child.
I
And
get that.
the thing that calmed me, the first thing was Christianity. That was the thing that added a sense of, morality that was able to steel my nature within a framework that can help me evolve into something that is more of who I truly am.
Yes, the diving board that a lot of us got into the pool that we now swim within, was organized religion. I agree. Because everything has to have it in the beginning or a once upon a time moment. It has to. So I want to ask you about this word. I love this word. And so many of us, it took me decades to understand the importance of incorporating this in every moment to some extent. And the word that I'm speaking of is surrender. What does that word mean to you, Tradon Inspires?
As a author, more so as an artist, surrender is the ability to allow creativity flow to and through you. That an artist cannot create a great piece of art if they're not in the state of surrender.
Mm-hmm.
Because surrender is the emotional embrace of the divinity that is seeking to have expression with and through you that
Exactly.
cannot be grasped with the rational mind.
Mm-hmm. It's ding, ding, and ding. Absolutely right. I refer to it as bending to the will of something greater than yourself, co creating. being a human Gumby, if you will, flexible. So many of us, and let's talk about this. I think that you're gonna love this. Let's go here. I feel that one of the greatest setbacks for people that they place in front of themselves, and yeah, it kind of falls into the category of self-sabotage, like so many other things we do. But I think a lot of people manifest too specifically. You know what I mean? I want a blue car, and that's okay. But you also should have a codicil or an addendum that says, however, if the blue cars are out of stock, I wouldn't mind a gray one. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't know the full plan. So you have to be flexible to the things that you don't know, need to connect with what you do know, if that makes any sense. How do you feel about that? What's your thought process there?
Mm. I feel like that goes into expectation. Expectation being the essence of a person, in a lot of ways, trying to force what they think is right onto existence itself,
Mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
not more so putting expectations on themselves on how to be, but expectations on the world on how to be and treat them, when that starts within first. So if we're talking about the blue car, in essence, we a lot of the time we expect, like, oh, you know what I'm saying, I'm this all powerful being. I expect to have this blue car. And it becomes this thing of give me this or else. If I don't get this, then I'm gonna be depressed, sad,
Right.
work, or anxiety. And now you're putting resistance on doing that, just like you trying to drag a child. I need you to go do this or else. Like, it's not gonna work. In a lot of ways, the universe or God or the subconscious mind, it's like a child. There's a certain way that you have to invite that experience on to your life so that you're able to experience it.
Yeah, I
It's
agree with
about
that.
invitation,
I agree with
right?
that. I do. I fully agree with that. And that is, and it's such an interesting thing consistency is key. Consistent. You got to be consistent with with all of this. And man, you're absolutely right about it. I want to ask you this. I want to pivot over here because I uploaded some of your work, and I want to talk about this element, AI. A lot of us have started using it for, I use it to, I know if I put a fleck of gold in its mouth, it's going to poop out a bigger golden nugget. You see what I'm saying? Because, well, I'm saying I was warned internally where all the precious things are kept inside. Ingenuity, instinct, insight, integrity. All of those things are inside. So I'm careful about who I let in there, because it's all through invitation. See that connector? So a lot of people will just throw any old turd against the wall and hope it sticks. You see what I'm saying? And I'm afraid for people who use AI as a crutch. So I know how I use it. Like if I'm looking for a description, I'll say, here's a keynote that I want to do. Can you offer me some suggestions on a description for this keynote? Living beyond our scars. And it'll take it and it'll do it. But I can't just say, give me a keynote that people are going to love and think it's going to do all the work. And so that's what I'm afraid of. Now, let's talk about how you use it. You use it in a totally different aspect. Let's start with this piece. And you can go like this if you want, peek through the corner of the circle. Look, I'm doing it. Stick your head over here, other side. There you go. Peek through the hole. So while the spiritual seeker contemplates in seclusion, ... Like, and what's it say down at the bottom? Because your name's on it. The neo-mystic
innovates in integration.
Okay, now this is some of your AI. This is how you now are able to create an image for us to understand what it is you are sharing, correct?
Yes.
So what are we looking at here? Tell us what this you chose the words, you chose the graphics, you constructed the message. Tell us what you're hoping we find here.
So, one of the things that the rational mind does is it divides things so it can understand itself. So, analyzing is about how does a basketball feel versus a tennis ball? How
Okay.
does, what I'm saying, this queen size bed feels and a king size bed? This works with manifestation. You can only manifest specifically what you want when you're able to distinguish it against something else. So what I'm saying within what I'm basically my idea around this is how do I take a concept or thing that people already understand and now connect this with an idea that I feel is in a true alignment with this age that we're currently in.
Mm.
And so putting them side by side quite literally so that you can see the distinguished difference between the two and the reflections of the flippers of coins of what they both represent. So while the spiritual seeker contemplates in seclusion, this is the traditional element of what spirituality represents.
Right.
But in truth, a lot of people who are within spirituality are urban based. So how is seclusion possible within an urban environment?
Mm.
It's not
How
really
indeed.
possible. How is it possible with technology being everywhere, with 5G being everywhere? That way is a foundation, but it's not a truth for us within this age of Aquarius. We have technology now. Back then, the inner technologies were what was being built. That's why the contemplation was in seclusion. But now we have outer technologies as well. So now there needs to be an integration of both aspects. So innovates and integration. Innovation is the aspect of being able to take ideas and come up with a nuanced way for a solution. Integration is now integrating that within yourself. So it's both of the aspect of going within and also creating something without.
Yes. On the outside. I agree. I get it. I really do. And I find it very interesting. That's one of the reasons I love connecting with young people, because I'm anxious to see what you all are bringing out of your broom closets that will clean up the messes that people from my generation have created. And that's the fact. You step into a bunch of piles of boo-boo that you didn't have anything to do with. The people you're inheriting a lot of our crap, and just like we did from the people before us. But also, you're also stepping in, like you said, inside this new age where all of this new technology and whatnot. So let's take a look at another piece. Tell me, and I totally got that last one. And I was kind of cool that my name was on the side of the tree with the spiritual quiet guy, because I'm a little intimidated still, but not to the point where I won't try, because I believe in the foundational pillars of the four agreements. So that means do my best, be impeccable with my word, which says I will always seek my highest self in this day. See, when I call on those things that are, as a mystic, you should understand this. I speak to all those things that are created to aid me in my mission, in my soul's mission. And so I know that's angels, that's spirits, that's things we don't even know about, because we can't even really wrap our minds around the ones we have been taught about, or they've been changed somewhat, whatever. So I need your help. I'm calling on any and everything that was created through that same portal of love, service to mankind, and the easing of suffering. I'm speaking to you all. You know who you are. We're cut literally from the same bolt of cloth. And I'm going to tell you something. Look, I keep this over here because I keep things within reach, so that when I'm saying it, I'm not just saying it. When I say literally cut from the same bolt of cloth, bring your spiritual swatch if you're going to gain entry into my kingdom, where I am working to do what I was created to do. I want to see. This is how I moved out of places where I was merely tolerated, and now pretty much exist within situations where everything is celebrated. See, I didn't say where I'm celebrated, where we celebrate. When one wins, we all win. So moving forward, I just wanted to say that because it's so important. that we have these conversations and that we aren't so quick to say, what is he talking about? This no, I'm trying to be the black male Betty White. I'm trying to live till 99 or longer. And it's possible because my great grandfather lived to be 116. That had to happen for a reason. So, what I'm saying that for is this: I must do my best every day. And so, like I said, when I call on those things, I say, I call on all of you to help me quench my soul's thirst in this day. You see, a lot of us pray for next week, next month, next season, and overlook the now. So let's talk about that. The power of now. And for some reason, that just came out of my mouth, and I'm told to put this on the screen. What is this we're looking at here? Oh, it's easy. Oh, look at it. It's easier this time to look through this. So, how did you come up with this? How did you make it generate this? And when it came out the other end, AI said, "Here you go." Like when they give you your food at McDonald's and you ordered and you wait and they call 12.20 and you walk up and give them the ticket. Yeah. When you cast your ticket in to the AI person and they gave you this, did it match what you asked for?
A lot of the time, when I'm working with AI, uh, it's like having a conversation. Like if I'm having like I'm having a conversation right now, the goal is to be able to see what happens. A lot of the time with AI, when I'm creating things, have the general idea of what I would like to see and perceive. So with this image, it is the essence of me reimagining St. Louis.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that St. Louis like in the future? Because there's the arch.
Yeah, so it's a different representation of St. Louis for sure. And
Wow.
it's a way, because I'm a visual learner. It's a way for me to conceptualize a different way of looking at St. Louis, even through all of the different things that people say about it and all the different things that is going on right now. That
What they say about St. Louis? I ain't heard nothing.
it's a lot
But
of
you
mess.
live there. You live there. So talk about that for a second. Fill us in.
Yeah. So with St. Louis, there's always said there's a lot of crime and different things going on.
Yeah.
A lot of egos clashing and all of those different things that happens within the city. That in a lot of ways, because as they say, rumors travel faster than the truth.
Yeah.
It
Say
causes
that again.
the yeah, it causes the image or the divinity that is within St. Louis to be smothered under that. And so
Like a toxic geodosic dome just covering it. I've lived somewhere where that was the case. Seriously. And it's a real thing. I was there last weekend in Michigan, the town that I'm talking about, and the girl at Applebee's I was there with my foster family, and and I said, "Yeah, I used to live here, but I couldn't get out here fast enough." Da, da, da. And she was looking at me like, "What? Is that possible that a place can why wouldn't it be?" When you're in a toxic, when you're at somebody's house and it ain't working, or some people, oh, well, how did I end up here? I'm out of here. When it's not working. So let me ask you this about this visual here. It's like the arch is in the sky and it's opening. What are you really asking or saying right there by placing it up there and not down on the what is this? Tell me what you were thinking here.
so the word arch or the arch, it was a gateway to the west. A gateway is a portal. It's a door. It's an opening into a new. The basically the exploring to the west. The
Okay.
west is, if the symbolism of the west is rebirth, because the sun, if I'm not mistaken, it rises in the east. So
It sets in the
the
West, yes.
the a rebirth happens within the west. So by creating this image, it's me reimagining the rebirth or renaissance of St. Louis, which is a portal to uh, a ripple effect within, I would say, the whole world, because St. Louis was the fourth largest city, and it was one of the largest, well-known cities throughout the whole world at
Right.
one.
Right. When they had the World's Fair there
Yes, yeah.
back then.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, so
Absolutely.
it was.
That's real talk.
And there is a saying, I was talking to people about it, I never thought of it that way. They say what happens in St. Louis is a mirror effect of what happens throughout the whole, basically throughout the whole United States. And I
Hmm.
said that was very fascinating. I was like, well, the African American that got shot rippled effect out into the whole, in Ferguson, rippled effect everywhere. And I was like, okay, it's and the the river, that ripples throughout the whole United States itself. So I started to see why people and native cultures used to, a bunch of them used to migrate and travel through St. Louis because it's a gateway. It is a portal. It is the portal to the newness. So I believe that when St. Louis is altered, its culture, what it is, what it stands for, the quality, that it will ripple effect out into not only United States but the whole world.
So this is your easing of suffering in your own community. That I mean, so you clearly you plan on hanging out there for a minute.
Mhm. Yes,
Yes? No?
yes.
Okay, because it sounds, I mean, this is a pretty big piece that you're thinking about, and it matters to you about where you lay your head. And that, so, okay, I get it. Now, I want to ask you about one more piece. And this one, I don't know how we're going to look on the screen. Oh, it's just covered us completely up. So they can hear us. This was your banner. This is your current banner on Facebook. Talk about what is this circle of the one?
So the Circle of the One is a book project that actually that I'm a part of that started in January of last year. And the idea of the book was to tell transcendental stories of different people going through transformation and embodying their divinity. And so the book is now a international best-selling book. I helped create the symbol in the middle using AI, and everybody within the book is 33 authors. Symbolism of the 33. And
What's the
every
symbolism of 33?
So 33 is, so 3 is the number, it's the first, it's the triangle, which is the first
Oh,
shape
three, three, three.
ever made, because it was the dot, which was the 1, then it was the movement of the 1, and then it was the triangle. So the 3 in a lot of ways symbolizes spirit, and it symbolizes divinity.
Yeah,
So
and I just want to say here real quick, not to butt in, but I am. Um, yeah, I remember when someone introduced this concept to me and they're like past, present, future. Um, you know, there was some Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. That how the threes, how it's laid out all over the place. When you really look for it, you find it in a lot of places. So go on. The three. So that triangle. Um, right. And it's on our money. You got the pyramids, boom, 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 boom. Okay, so go ahead. So there that is. But we're back to the circle, another uh shape.
mhm.
Oh, and
So
we're in circles right now. Look at us.
yeah, so the circle in a sense is, we're kind of getting into we're basically getting into numerology. The circle is, can be seen as the 9. The 9 being the circle, as well
Uh-huh.
as being
Uh-huh.
the
Uh-huh.
circle. So this book project, The Circle of the One, is going to have 99 authors. And the circle and the one will be the one who buys it.
Oh. Ooh. So is it available yet? Or is it
Yes,
coming?
yes,
It's
it's
out
available.
now. Oh, yeah, you
Yes.
said it's international bestseller. Oh, that's interesting. I have to pick that up. So let's talk about you. So what's on your plate coming up? We've just really, what are we, January 1st, going, we got one more month of the first quarter. what can we be looking for as far as where Tradon Inspires Neo Mystic is moving through over the next months? Anything on the calendar or anything we need to know about or keep an eye out for?
Mm. So currently, I am working on two things. It's one is subliminal imaging to help people to help them perceive multiple dimensions of being. What I basically mean by that is we live in multiple dimensions. We live being able to see more than the human eye can see.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Clairvoyance and all that goes into that. Through art, I am looking to help people to perceive what that looks like, to train one's eye to be able to see that habitually and automatically as their reality. As well as I am working on music that's attuned to 432 hertz, which is the hertz of the heart, and helping people to train themselves to be put in a meditative state. So I'm learning how to play different instruments and utilizing poetry, as was demonstrated the last time I was on here, and music because I sing as well to give people
Oh,
an immersive experience for them to activate different aspects of themselves that
mm.
may have uh, be laid dormant.
Right. Well, even back, and it's in my master class. I laugh all the time. I would think I was in fifth grade when I heard, we only use 10% of our brain. I was like so happy. I was like, "Whoa, good," because I'm gonna need a whole lot more. And it's true. There is so much beyond what we can see with the naked eye. And so it kind of sounds. Correct me if I'm wrong. That the work that you are inspired to do is really helping to perform like a spiritual LASIK surgery on our eyes that will enable us to see beyond what's right in front of us. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Do you feel, let me ask you this, the work that you do, have you had any glimpses into where it might be or where it might take you, let's say as soon as 5 years from now?
Mm.
Is this something, I guess I'm asking, is this something you think is going to catch on slowly or is it going to just like pow, 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 and people are just going to run? It's going to make sense. What do you think?
I feel like as what I've already noticed and witnessed that it will be something that people resonate with very deeply because it already is uh, things that people are already talking about, but
Yeah.
they have not put a framework or a concept around it to be able to grasp it.
Do you feel that this is, because I do, I feel that this is really going to assist in global healing. And when I say global healing, I don't mean just humans, but I also mean like the earth, the things going on with the climate and the resources of the earth. How do you feel about that kind of stuff? You know, do you think it's too late for a lot of those things to be reversed that seem like, because look, it was, what was it last year? It was like people were having fires that didn't usually have fires. People are being flooded that didn't have flood. Earthquakes in places where don't usually have earthquakes. You can't deny it. I mean, we only talk about it when it's happening. As soon as it's over, it's like, oh, good. I ain't got to talk about that no more. But how do you feel, Trey? Just in your own, I'm just asking your opinion. Because I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that anything that is bringing us together and taking us to our highest selves will help to reverse some of this damage. Again, back to what you all, people your age, are bringing out of their closets, to their janitorial closets, to clean up this mess. Is this one of them? Is this one of the pieces?
I would say, and I heard this a while ago and it resonated with me. It's like the Earth has been around way longer than we have. So before the Earth is
Mm.
destroyed, Mars is going to definitely get rid of us. I was like,
Ooh.
I said, I agree with that. I said, and then God had told me, but it will not get rid of those who are already one with it. And I said, interesting. Thank you for letting me know that. So
Hmm.
those who are already integrated with the earth as seeing the earth as themselves, uh, which earth, if you rearrange it, it spells the word heart. those who live from
I
that
didn't
space,
know that. That makes perfect sense. I'm writing that down. Go ahead.
that those who live from that space, the earth will not destroy them, but those who have been mistreating it, it will definitely get rid of them one way or another. And in a lot of ways, what we are doing within this age is we are like kids. We're figuring out, we're messing things up, we're getting angry, and we're figuring out a new way of being because, and as someone once said, we're in an age now to where we have access to not only inner technologies but outer technologies, which is something uh, that has never happened.
Mm, that's deep. That's deep. Mm. So I'm just sitting up here thinking about how different things can possibly look through this lens, and it's encouraging. So where's the best place for people to go? Trade, did I put it in yet? Wait a minute. I know you have a website, right?
Yes.
Okay, talk about where you want people to go and what they're going to find when they get there, if you wouldn't
So
mind.
so right now I am because I've there was someone that told me there's this thing called adverse suggestion. And what that basically means is, let's say you have a powerful belief of yourself. If
Yes.
I'm skeptical, if I'm not within that vibration, or I subconsciously uh, try to dismantle your suggestion, then I, and a lot, depending on your willpower, can limit your ability of manifestation. So that's why a lot of people keep things in secret, or they put paywalls behind things so that people are able to create this healthy environment for people to cultivate themselves. So currently, on my Patreon, that is what I'm doing. I am creating an environment for people to immerse themselves in ideas that they may have thought about, entertained within their mind,
Yeah.
but were afraid to speak it out loud. And on my website, I also have merchandise, as well as this thing I call indigo dye entries, where I basically give people an archive of different thoughts and different things that and how I see different aspects of the world.
Interesting. You know, it made me think about, remember a couple years ago, NFTs were a big deal.
Mhm.
And I think of your work that we showed today. You know, a lot of people were turning those kinds of things into NFTs. Do you see any of that in your future? Is that still a thing even?
I'm pretty sure it's a thing. It's just
Kind of
it's
died out,
probably
didn't it?
evolved into something. I
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
see integration of those different elements, because in this day and age we're going into decentralized networks and all different levels, decentralized communication, wealth, all of that. So I
All of
definitely
that. All of
something
that.
to
Wow.
explore.
Well, I just want everybody to know, don't be intimidated. I know I am sometimes, just when I'm kicking it with you, because you're just so brilliant, so bright. And, but you make it and you break it down. You make it and you break it down so that we can take it in small bites. And that's the sign of a true teacher. So thank you for that. And thank all of you for what you do every day here, helping to enact the promise, which guarantees where two or more of us comes together. This is the result. Conversation that's illuminated, which equates to spiritual magic. So there it is. And thank you so much. Get over and check out all things Tradon Inspires. You won't be sorry. What you've gotten here today is just the tip of the iceberg. Trust me on that. And Tradon, you're welcome back anytime. Keep up the great, great work, easing suffering in the world and changing things on your own terms. I love it. I really do. So proud of you. So proud of you. Listen, you guys, tomorrow, who do we got? Who? Oh, Yana German. She was going to be here before. She's in Chicago here. Way to you. She's very powerful. Women, Call your girlfriend. You're going to want to show up for this one. Trust me. And even if you're guys, you want to show up for this one. Trust me. Listen, get out of here. Find your highest self. Add it to what you already are, and then give it away as soon as possible. And I'll meet you over there on the front porch, God willing, tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. Central, where together we'll do it all over again. And I couldn't think of a better place to start my day than right here with all of you. Now, get out of here. Like I say every day, I love you. And there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Take that with you. Have a divine day. Bye, Tradon. Thank you so much. Great job, my man. Great job. Always a pleasure. See you soon. Bye, everybody.
Show me your soul. Baby, I'll show you mine. Show me your soul. Honey, it's way past time. How expensive do I have to be? Need I spell it out before you get it, baby? Show me your soul.